sleep and brainwash them in the schools when they told them that they were superior over white people, over black people, and that we were apes, and that we never contributed anything to society. But the universe says that's not true. Because see, the sun mixed with everything else in the universe, all the other natural elements, and created man. So now we got sunlight, we have water, we have soil, and we have air. When all those things came together, the compositions needed something to solidify them and hold them all in place. The thing that it picked to do that was the aggregates. The aggregates on this planet are all black. The tree trunk, the soil, the black horses, the brown horses, the black cows, the brown. You barely see any white animals. If you do, mostly they're mutated or something that has been laboratorily, just like where the white people came from, conditioned to make their melanin go away. That is where the Caucasian people come into play at. You have black scientists that took a bunch of albinos, put them under conditional circumstances, and used various types of treatments to extract certain DNAs and add certain DNAs to build an army of barbarian infidels to go all around the planet and attack God. That means destroy the trees, poison water, kill all the animals, kill the natural man and woman, set up a system of corrupt enterprises, corrupt governments, corrupt everything, corrupt lies about who God is and everything, and just destroy the ecosystem and turn it into a big profit rendering method of extracting the money from all the God people on the earth. Then once you get set up and get real good in power, turn around and double cross those motherfuckers that you got to help you do the same thing to their ass too. Now this is evil that we're talking about. All the evil manifestations of the Europeans. Okay, started off with evil scientists that was melanated. Yes, it did. We all guilty. We all know that. But I didn't do it. I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to do everything I can to make the shit go away. Okay? I didn't create the problem, but it's my problem. I know that. Alright, back to the point. Now you got all these foolish people walking around here, the sun burning their ass up, saying to them, I don't know you. Who are you? Why are you on this planet? I see what you're doing. You are a troublemaker. You have messed everything up. All you do is keep chaos going. Every time we look around, you're creating wars. You got your women running around here uncontrolled, promiscuous as hell, and the whole world is acting like them, like little hoes. You even turned the black woman into the same prostitute. Speaking of prostitution, I'm going to tell you guys a story that you don't know. Back when the Europeans was up in the snowy regions, working real hard to stay alive, finding life very, very unbearable, and thinking that, ooh, what have we done? Why is everything so hard? Well, I'll tell you why. Because of the facts of where you came from. And the people that was a part of making you go through all these experiences are the same people that are right now running all these corporations that's doing the same thing again. It's never stopped because these are the same people. The point is, European man, always been the selfish brat that he's always been, always victimized his mother and his wife and daughters. Even to this day he hates them. Treats them like shit. Treats them like they don't exist. Same type of treatment he wants to get everything that's not white male. Okay. Him being physically strong and everything, he was more better at hunting and gathering. His woman being a tad bit weaker, probably, you know, tired from just being a woman, not having the same physical anatomy as him and everything. Things were a lot more challenging for her. Instead of him being a loving spouse like any other man would be for his woman, he used that to his advantage. Oftentimes making her starve because she couldn't catch food, he wouldn't give it to her. But he loved sex with her. She got to the point she said, okay, you gonna give me shit, I ain't giving you shit. That was the first form of prostitution. When his woman started making his ass be a man before she allowed him to get on top of her. It started with them. There was no poverty in Africa, no reason for no woman in Africa to ever prostitute herself. As a matter of fact, it was not taboo for a woman to have different men in Africa. The Europeans flipped it around and they show you that Solomon had 1,000 wives. That is European ego. If Solomon was so damn wise, he would have been smart enough to know that all he needed was one wife. That's all a man can service is one wife. Trust me, I'm a man and I know that. To foolishly believe that you can go out there and satisfy 1,000 women when it's so hard to satisfy just one, it means that you are vibrating on European male ego. And that's all. A woman can have multiple partners in one night. A man cannot. Real simple. Only place you see that is on TV. Once a man get his thing done, it's time for his ass to go to sleep. That physical strength was not given to him. That was given to a woman. Because the universe wanted to make sure that she would have intercourse and procreate. So that's one of the reasons that she was designed by nature to be promiscuous. But after the promiscuous was given to her, there was instructions that came along with it and how to deal with it. Now all this stuff was in the divine arena. Along us melanated people, we always knew how important it was to keep divine thoughts as well as divine actions. Comes back to the reason for the invent of the Caucasian man and woman. There was people amongst us that did have deficient thoughts and qualities. And they did not want to follow a God center. They didn't want to be a part of a divine group of people that was receiving their instructions from the sunlight. They wanted to receive their instructions from the light of the flesh. Oh, it's there. It's called the human brain. The human brain gives you impulses that it can receive from invading informative sources. What is these invading informative sources? It's called the senses. The senses can see things from outside of a spiritual realm. These things can give you ideals that are what we call evil thoughts. Control thy thoughts. It's very important. The people were not controlling their thoughts, so they decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to build an army. We're going to kill these divine sons of bitches, and we're going to rule this earth. And that's just what they did. But they couldn't find enough willing melanated people because the melanated people were being divinely educated. They were not taught that you could go into someone else's land and steal them and take it and kill them and steal their land because God said you can. You can't fabricate a God and do stuff like that. A true God would know that all the provisions are provided for you. Just don't be greedy and you'll be happy. Don't expect much and you'll never get disappointed. Nope. What happens now? We live in a world where everybody want to have a big ass house, a big ass car, big ass everything. And for what? Just so you can have big bill payments so you can go out and get upset because you don't make enough money on these jobs that these corporations own too. You think they're going to pay you big dollars to go out and buy a big car? No, they want you to be poor so you can work extra. They want you to work. Let's pay them less as we can. So now what do? They get tired of you fat, lazy ass white people that didn't want to do nothing but hate people, get rid of your ass and replace you with Mexicans. Wow, imagine that. Kind of feel like niggas now, don't you? See, that goes to show you that it's not about how your skin complexion look or how smart you is. What it's really about is how you think. Because now that everything that got destroyed by these people and you white people are feeling the belt too, ain't no change to my ass. It's always been like this. See? It's how you think. So you guys thought that forever you were going to walk around all privileged and everything, take advantage of everyone and see a black person in the supermarket and look at it like they did something wrong and you so disgusted that they got to be on earth and now you're being treated the same way. You got Mexicans walking around here getting paid $6 and $7 an hour, but they happy that they took your job, so they look at you now like you ain't shit. And even though they being overworked and underpaid and probably ain't gonna amount to any damn thing because you know, white man plan on making them be a labor source for a long time, so he ain't gonna let them make enough money to come up. We all know that. But the problem is that the real backbone behind it all is that the universe is pretty much through with you guys. You've did what you needed to do. It's time to go. Sayonara. I mean, that's really what it is. And it doesn't matter about the nuclear bombs and all that shit, because if the universe doesn't want those things to blow up, they won't. Trust me. This is all to show you why you need to find out about these statues, because your Jesus Christ is not getting it done. It just gave you a foolish identity with greatness for a while, and now it's taking it right back from you. Because when you found out greatness, you found out a false imposter greatness. There is nothing great about murdering people, hanging them, burning them, selling their children, forcing them into slavery, and denationalizing them, and then leaving them in your country as remnants of something that you still feel is undesirable. Especially when you see they have a spirituality that you wish you could have, but you can't. And you never will. Because you're vibrating on wrong thoughts. Back to these statues. African knowledge does not teach that a man had a baby. Adam ain't had no baby. Adam is not the father of the human race. I would hate to believe that the evil, ornery ass crackers on this planet is the rough draft or the template of all mankind. We all know that's not true. Mankind would have never lasted this long. They would have killed everything in the first damn month. Adam, after God made all the atoms, all the planets on it, all the animals on the planet, and gave every male animal a woman, and gave every female animal a man. That's the way it went. They were given simultaneously to each other. But since the woman has the ability to regenerate life, that does give her, if you will, a higher position on the ladder than the man. Because if a man has to come from a woman, then it's real simple for me, being the thinker that I am. If only one person was to remain on earth to start a new count of human life, quite naturally you would want it to be the woman. So if it was me and a woman left, I would humbly sacrifice myself for the well-being of future generations of mankind. Not Adam. Adam would tell this woman, bitch, you better get to stepping. And she'd say, no, Adam, you know you do not have a womb to bring no life back into this world. All those lies and everything have to be addressed right now, because right now it's serious about the continuation of life. And you know what Adam would tell her? He would say, you know, I'm tired of this lie. And to tell you the truth about it, I'm only doing this because I know for a fact that I can't keep going on living this lie. And neither can you. And that's what we both been doing. So really, what I'm doing is a mercy killing for the well-being of the earth. Bullshit. You know Adam wouldn't say that. Adam would say, I don't care. All I know is right now, I'm not dying. And if that means that earth kind have to cease, and man on earth have to cease, then you know I don't have a problem with that. You've seen me drop plenty of nuclear bombs, as well as all type of poisonous gases and you name it. So you know I don't really give a fuck about life. So if you still want to call me God, that's on you. But then that just proves to me that all my trickery that I put on you in my school classes and in my churches, I was at my best. But then here comes this damn ASAR. They prophesied about him too, his return, the resurrection of ASAR. Imagine that. ASAR is all other people on the earth that has been put to sleep. All the males. We running around here working.